I'm actually the savior of the writing industry. Like, I'm the most beautiful of writers. Like, writers they have not been blessed by the looks, but God was generous with me. He was like, gave me the cheekbones, both cheeks. Proportional.
Okay. What about the dressing?
Of course, look at me.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Fantastic.
Poor man. Check that out. See my socks?
Yeah. Okay.
Am I the drama? Am I the drama, or does the drama love me?
Yes.
Okay. How did I feel? Let me tell you, that was the day I said I do not care about the law. I am gonna beat this woman. And she was so bigger. She was way much bigger than me. She was like, I don't wanna be like Cardi B, but she looks like...
Anybody is bigger than you.
I don't wanna be like Cardi B, but she looked like she could protect the building.
Security heavy.
She was security heavy. Let's talk. You should do the thing. No, sorry. Give me the beat. Yeah. When you're sad or afraid, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So it doesn't sit all alone in your heart when you're sad or afraid. Let's hug about it. Let's hug about it. So it doesn't sit all alone in your heart. Oh, I can see the little boy in you just being like, oh. I'm Betty Kilonzo, Black Star Tales.
Welcome to Conversations in Literature, where we entertain ourselves to knowledge. I am here with the author of this book, Betty Kilonzo. She was here a while back, episode 27, where we talked about her other book, Closure. So welcome back, Betty.
Thank you.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how have you been?
I've been good. Yeah, since the last time. More famous.
More famous.
Thanks to you guys. They found me.
A pleasure. Yeah, so the previous books you've done, poetry, fiction.
Yeah.
Then I saw this book, and I was with, I met Kid yesterday, Kid Angana. I had seen him do a video about the book.
Yes.
So I saw him at Nuria when I was getting the book.
Yeah.
And he told me when he saw the book, at first he thought it was a satirical book, like how Binyavanga's How to Write About Africa.
Yeah.
Then he bought it, and then when he went to read it, he realized, oh, it's actually a serious book.
Yeah, it's a manual. Yeah.
It's a manual, literally.
It's a practical guide. Yeah.
Yeah, walk us through the process of actually deciding to write such a book, which is such a departure from what you've been writing before.
Well, so Househelp manual was inspired by, was it even inspired? It was more of, I was pushed to write the book because of my own problems with my househelp. So I had a new househelp come in after I had let go another househelp that we had been together for a long time. And there's that fear of, you already had this routine with that other househelp. Now you have to bring in someone new, and you just don't even know how to navigate that. And I kept thinking to myself, man, I just wish there was a manual. It would be so much easier. The training process, the onboarding, the hiring, even for the househelp, just to tell them, like, these are the SOPs of my house. It would be so much easier if it was just one manual. And like being a cabin crew I have been a flight attendant for 4 years now, now no longer, a former cabin crew. We used to have a cabin crew manual, and that really helped me at my work. So I just wish I could have the same kind of thing, but for a househelp. And I even Googled, like, is there a househelp manual? And surprisingly, there is not. I didn't come across any. And then one day I was at the office, and then I thought to myself, so I started like this actually. I used to write instructions to her on the phone via text. So I would tell her, hey, by the way, this is how you should be cleaning the toilet. This is how you should be cleaning the sink after. This is how we want you to be handling the baby. This is how I want you to be doing this and this. And then one day when I was at the office, I thought to myself, how about I just compile all of these things? And at first it was more of like the cleaning and the childcare part of it. But then I thought to myself, there's still the first aid, there's still the firefighting, there's still all of this, the safety, the media, even the media and all of that. And then I thought, well, I am a writer. I know it's not really my genre, but writing is writing. How about I just write? I just write the book that I want to see in the market. So the first Househelp manual was actually 25 pages long. And it was personalized for my house. But then I gave this, it was just a stack of printed papers. I took this stack of printed papers, I gave them to someone, and they thought it was such an incredible idea, and they were like, oh my God, Betty, you're touching on something that has never been done by anybody at all. This is uncharted territory, but it is actually something that the society needs right now, and a lot of people are struggling with house helps and all of that and managing them. Have you considered turning this into a book? And I was like, no. So I took those 25 stacks of paper, took them to the publisher at Ikitabu. I sent them to the team at Ikitabu, and when they read it, they had faith in it, and they told me, this is something that we can work on, but first go back to the drawing board, and we would like for you to now write it for the public. So I went back, and then I did the book, and now here we have it. And the team, I just want to thank the team. They did a very good job. The illustrations, the layout, everything, the editorial team, it was really good working with them. And yeah, so after that, that's how we got the Househelp manual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you, somewhere in the book, you said that this book is for middle class families.
Yeah.
So middle class is a word that I don't know how to define when it comes to Kenya.
Yeah.
Who is a middle class person? How much do they earn? What kind of house do they live in?
Yeah.
How much disposable income do they have?
So the idea, when I was writing the book, I think the middle class was more of a guide. You know, like when you're writing a story, there's that guide, so that you don't leave the script or you don't go outside of the plot. There's that guide to the plot. For me, middle class was the guide to the plot. I needed to make sure that the things I'm putting in the book, they're going to be relatable to the middle class. And the middle class are people like who are earning, let's say, 50,000 all the way. Actually, middle class is such a wide range, because we have got lower middle class, we've got the middle class, and then we've got the upper middle class. So it's actually like the largest population. The largest of the Kenya's population is middle class. So anyone that's earning like around from 50,000 all the way to, let's say, about 150, not really sure, we can confirm that data, but I know it's like from 50 going up all the way, let's say, to 150. Those are middle class. 150 being among the upper middle classes, you know. So anyone living in Utawala, anyone living in Umoja, anyone living even in South B, you know, those are middle class. It ranges. Because I was also thinking, we have got appliance reuse here. We have got the washing machine, we have got the microwaves, we have got the fridge. All of that is incorporated in there. You need, this is a family that has got some sort of stable income, you know. And also, we are also talking about legal issues like paying above the minimum wage and offering them a contract and also giving them a good working environment. Anybody who is going to be hiring a help should be a person that is able to pay this help as stipulated by the law, and also something that is going to be sustainable for this help, you know. So this is also a person that needs to be earning a certain amount of money, or, you know, to be having a certain sort of income. So I was thinking, well, the lower class people, well, they do still need help, but do they have live-in help? Is this book really for them? You know, somebody who is struggling, let's say somebody who is in the slums down there, they're living in these, you know, mabati structures. Would I market this book for them? I would still market the book, because for them, they can read about firefighting, first aid, all of that. In fact, they do need the first aid bit of this book more than anything, because of, like, by the time they get medical care, you need to know how to respond to emergencies like those. But in terms of a house help, would this book really be useful to them? Okay, let's talk about the upper class. The upper class, these are people who have got house helps who are very well trained, probably who have gone to culinary schools and all of this. And these are people who already know, they are professionals. They already know, they have chefs, they've got nannies, they've got a help for everything, you know. So they've got that, their economic situation allows them to get professionals. So this is a book for the middle class, as you can see. These are the people who, we just go down there and get people who are not trained probably, you know. So we need to train them, so they need this book. That is why I specifically tailored it for the middle class, because I felt the gap mostly is in the middle class. The upper class, they already have their SOPs, they've got their training and it's professional. The lower class, they cannot afford to have a house help. It is the middle class that are in that very thin line where they can get the help, but the professionalism is not there, the training is not there, the structuring is not there. They're the ones that need this book.
Okay. So let's talk about the minimum wage.
Yeah.
The minimum wage, when I was doing research for this, the minimum wage for house helps,
yeah,
is I think 16,000, right?
Is it?
Is it not?
Where did you get your source from?
Online.
Well, okay, so
what do you think? How much is the minimum wage?
No, I'm not going to mention a figure. I'm not going to mention a figure, but I do know that when I was also doing my own research, I also saw the 16,000.
The minimum wage was 15,000 under Uhuru Kenyatta, and it has been raised 16,000.
I think we need to, you know, the internet, the Google gives you a different figure, but then I actually went down and sourced the document itself, and it says a different figure. And
much
they're
lower,
different.
much higher?
Actually, much lower. Yeah.
How old is that? Because how old is that document?
It's the 2024 one.
2024.
Yeah. The 2024, I think, amendment, because I actually had the legal team look into it, and they sent the document to me. I'm not going to mention figures.
Why not?
Because it's different for every place. So people in Nairobi, it's different, and even Nairobi has been divided. Like Nairobi at this area and Nairobi at this area. You know, Machakos, Kitui. So for me, I would just say it's upon you to go. It's upon you to actually go ahead and do your homework, do your research according to where you are, and then know. Because by the end of the day, let me tell you, you know, there's a figure I can mention right now, and people, you know, nitakosanisha watu, you know. Let's say a house help is listening to me right now, and then I say, by the way, you should be getting paid 16,000 a month, and they're getting maybe, let's say, 9,000 or 7,000 or even lower, right? And then now they go home and they start fighting with their bosses. But all I'm doing is creating awareness that there is a stipulated minimum wage. It is upon you as a house help. You know the way when you are applying for a job, it is upon you to do your homework. How much does this job pay? Because by the end of the day, even in our own other, you know, careers and jobs, you do know that as a business person, business people will always try to mwambangoma, kila mwambangoma uvutia kwake, you know. Everybody wants to save something, everybody wants to have a profit. The employer is trying to see how he can pay, the least he can pay you just to keep you there without really paying you so much as to tumble down his job, you know. But even you as a worker, you need to be fighting for your own rights. So that is why both of you need to do the research. As a house help, do not be lazy. Go ahead and do the research yourself. Source those materials. When you're going for these job interviews, have a knowledge of how much you should be paid. Because this is not a problem for just employers alone. Sometimes these house helps, they come and then they're told, I'm going to be paying you this, which is way low above the minimum wage. And then what do they say? I will just take it. Who is going to fight for your rights if it's not you? And I do understand there's a scarcity of jobs, but guess what? There are a lot of families that are looking for house helps. If you have taken the responsibility in yourself, let's say to buy a book like the House Help Manual, so you've studied, you know how to clean, you know how to do all of these things, you've given yourself that training, you put yourself in a position to demand a certain amount of salary. But the fact that they are not taking this initiative to train themselves on anything, now they are going with this mindset of, you are doing me a favor, because it's not like I have any skill or know-how. which is why the Househelp manual is here. When we make this a professional setting, it's going to be so easy even during the onboarding. The Househelp is going to be able to tell you, I'm coming with this set of skills. I know how to do first aid. I know how to fight a fire. I know how to handle appliances. I know how to do childcare. I have this experience or I do not have this experience, but I've done this and this and this, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. And this is what I am requesting for these skills and services that I'm bringing. And then even you as the employer, listening to a person who is approaching you with this attitude or with all of these skills, you're even going to feel ashamed paying them below the minimum wage. But if now, let's say I am interview A, right? Interview B comes and tells you, Aki, you know, I'm coming from a very poor family. My mother doesn't have food. You just give me anything. As long as you just give me, ata kama utanipea ngapi, I am just grateful. You're putting yourself in a position to be taken advantage of, you know? And now you're living in this house, and it has stopped being professionalism, and it has started becoming looking like charity. Now it looks like we are doing charity, but it's not charity. Being a house help is a job. The same way I wake up in the morning and I take my suitcase and go to work. Your suitcase is your apron. That's your uniform. That's your suitcase is your brooms, is all of your things. Any place that there's an exchange of service or labor or anything with money, that is a job and it needs to be respected. That's just my take. Yeah.
Okay. So the question on minimum wage, when it comes to, you said it's for the middle class. So there's this argument that people come up with online.
Yeah.
They say, I cannot, let's say it's 16,000.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
Yeah, we'll use 16,000 for now. Yeah.
Or it could be 9,000.
It could be more, it could be less. Yeah.
So whatever figure it is, there are people who argue.
Yeah.
Why should I pay her this much?
Yeah.
Yet she's eating food in my house. She's not paying fare to come here.
Yeah.
So she's getting food and, you know, boarding at the house. So she doesn't have other expenses other than, you know, her own clothes and stuff like that. So this is the argument people give for not paying them minimum wage.
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is what I think. She's not using the transport. She's not. First of all, break down 16,000 in 30 days. How much are you paying that person per day? Just do a quick math. It's less than 300, right? Okay. So this person is waking up early in the morning. They're doing laundry. They're cleaning. They're cooking. They're taking care of your children. They're taking care of the house. They're doing more. They're doing physical and emotional labor. And they're getting paid 300 shillings per day. First of all, that's unfair just by itself. Just by itself, you know. Secondly, so here's the thing. Minimum wage is non-negotiable.
I think it's 500.
It's 500?
Per day.
Per day? Well,
more than 500.
It's more than 500, which is why it's the minimum wage, you know, because that's the least you can give somebody that has been taking care of their house the entire day. And let me tell you, there's a lot of work that goes into the house. I know, ladies, you can relate. For real. If you're a mom who has not had help for quite a while, especially now during the holiday season, even forget about cooking and cleaning, just taking care of those little people there, you know. Mara, somebody jumped from the balcony, broke a neck. Another one drinking paraffin. Another one, you just overstretched and frustrated. It's just so much, and people don't understand how much it is. Now imagine you're feeling that way and they're your children that you gave birth to. Now imagine someone else who, these are not even my children. Imagine how they're feeling. It's a lot of work, trust me. Being a domestic worker is not as, it is so much underlooked, it is so much overrated. It is a lot of work being a domestic worker. That's number one. Number two, minimum wage, unfortunately, it is not something we can negotiate. It is government stipulated. The government says this is the minimum wage. That's what the government says. So you can either pay the minimum wage, or you can wait until you go get sued, and then you're going to pay even more money than what you should have paid. So it's just like that. You can argue, you can say it's unfair, you can say, oh, these people are just doing nothing. So two options. You either get a house help and pay them the minimum wage and avoid going to jail or paying a lot of fines for nothing, or you can stay without a house help and do the work yourself.
What about people who have like day scholars?
Now, day bag, that's a whole different thing, because those ones, they're like consultants. You know, those ones are like consultants. Okay. You call them, you agree, this, I want you to do A, B, C, D, and then you go home, right? That's different, and I don't know the wages for those, because I feel like those ones are wages that you agree with together, right? But I'm saying, like, if
is there a minimum daily wage?
I don't know. Did you research and see any?
I didn't look into
because I think day bags are like a whole different sector.
No, I don't mean for like house help.
Yeah.
But in general, is there like a minimum daily wage?
For people?
Yes. So for instance, people who work in construction are paid daily, right? So is there like a minimum daily wage? Because I know the minimum wage monthly. Yeah. But what about daily?
I also know monthly. I don't know about a minimum. Because you know now, minimum daily wage, those ones are like you cannot even govern that. How do you govern that?
No, it's like, if this one is 500 shillings, right? Yeah. So you say nobody should be paid under
500 shillings
500
for whatever they are doing, even if you call them
they are different. There are different classifications. So minimum wage for households is not the same as minimum wage for somebody else in another field. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's an area we'll need to discuss more with the legal team. But for me, I don't know about a minimum daily wage. I just know a minimum monthly wage. Okay. And it's the one that has been stipulated clearly, which, by the way, I feel like if you cannot afford a live-in house help, then you would benefit more by having like a day bag. Right. You know, because that's someone that you can discuss with and say, okay, I need you to come and do my laundry, because those people don't even stay there every day. Let's say you say she comes in twice a week, you know, that's much better and it's more affordable if you cannot afford to have a house help. But you cannot now start arguing at 16,000 is so much to pay for somebody that's not going anywhere. My goodness, housework is a lot. So stressful. It's a lot of work, and I think I wish as a society we would start viewing housework for how strenuous it is, really, because that's the same mindset that they give even to women, stay-at-home moms. Somebody tells you, oh, she's a stay-at-home mom, there's nothing she does, she just sits there in the house. You know, I'm the one who is working, I'm the one who is providing. Let me tell you, labor comes in a lot of ways, and staying in the house is actually so stressful, especially when you have got kids. You are their nurse, you are their cook, you are their guide. When they're crying on you. If somebody breaks a leg, you are the first responder. If something catches on fire, it's on you. And then in the evening, somebody comes and tells you, you've just been in the house, you are a stay-at-home mom, what is even stressing you? Very unfair.
True. Let me read a sentence here. Yeah. To tell me something about it. Avoid hiring in desperation.
Yeah. The same thing as relationships. Anything done in desperation will never be good for you. You need space. And I know sometimes it's really hard because a house help, maybe you had one house help and that's why it's good to have a contract. Because a contract clearly states that you're supposed to give each other, like, you know, depends with what you have agreed upon. It could be 2 weeks notice or 1 month notice, right? That gives you space for you to look for another house help without that desperation.
Have you ever
hired in desperation? Yes. Backfired on me big time. Oh my goodness, I regret. One time, a house help I had who was a relative. Hiring a relative sometimes, hey, You know, the professionalism is not even there. And that was way back before I even, that's why I wrote the Househelp manual, because I've learnt a lot. I've come a long way. I've made a lot of mistakes. I hired a relative one day. We had some bad blood. You know, she got a boyfriend and she just wanted to keep sneaking out. And then one day she came in the evening and I was mad because she had taken the baby with her to her boyfriend's house. And I don't know what kind of things she exposed my kid to. So I was like, nah, you're not doing that in my house. You either change or leave my house. And then she was like, you think I'm scared? Packed her stuff, left, you know, went to the boyfriend's. And I had a flight the following day. So I had to take my kid to my friend's house and go for my flight. And when I came back, I was desperately looking for a Househelp because it's in between like the busiest months of my work. So I needed a Househelp, like ASAP. I couldn't get a break from work. I needed a Househelp. So unfortunately, I'm not even going to say fortunately. Unfortunately, I got a link. Someone who knew someone who knew someone who knew someone told me they know someone who wants a job. So I was like, I don't even care where they're coming from, just bring them in. The lady came in and I was like, what we all do. I was like, the broom is over there, the soap is over there. This is the kid, his name is this. He goes to school at this time and this and this time. I do not have the time. I have to rush. I have to go to work. I'll keep on teaching things as we go. And then I realized something. So first red flag was she told me the sufuria we used to use for ugali is too small. And it's a sufuria that has fed more than 5 people. And it was just my kid, me and her. So only 3 people. Actually, I could argue we were 2 people and a half. Because I mean, how much does my kid eat? Then she says that sufuria is too small for the 2 of us. She needs more ugali. And I don't usually ration food in my house. But that was concerning to me, like, this sufuria, how much are you eating? And you know, I don't like food wastage in my house. I prefer let's cook food that we can eat and finish. Because even like fridge food for me, I only put food in the fridge when it's absolutely necessary. If it's not, let's cook enough food to eat right now and finish. Let's eat the food when it's fresh. Then she said, yeah. So she started cooking ugali with a pot. And I was like, okay, you do your thing as long as I don't come find ugali lying around here. And then I realized my token was not even lasting 2 weeks. It was just getting depleted. I don't even know what was happening. And then one time I went to Juba for 4 days. And then I came back without telling anyone. And I came back around 10. When I got in, the caretaker told me, I got in and I found the door was locked, so I unlocked the door and there was nobody in the house. So I thought maybe she had gone to buy some groceries or something. So I stayed for like 2 hours. I'm not seeing anyone. I got and asked the caretaker, hey, have you seen them? I have her number. I could have called, but I just wanted first of all to confirm maybe she had just gone to the shop. So I asked her, have you seen so and so? And then the caretaker told me, what? Aki, let me tell you, Mama Ake, this your girl. Ever since you left, she just leaves the kid here. I was like, where's my kid? My kid had been found sleeping on the stairs. So a neighbor took him to the house. So he was sleeping in the neighbor's house. I went and found my kid there looking dirty and hungry and all of whatnot. I was so furious. I decided I'm not going to call her. I just want to see what time she's going to come back in the house. This lady came back at around 1800, like 6. She came back at 6. When she got to the stairs, let me tell you, I was yelling throughout the whole plot, like the whole day. I even called my friend and I was like, I'm gonna go physical with her. When she gets here, I'm gonna beat her. No, you know, I was even shown the CCTV camera. She had been living all those 4 days I had been away. She had been leaving the kid, locks the door, leaves the kid outside and goes off to her men and stuff.
Outside?
Yes.
Wow.
Outside of the house. Not even locking the kid in the house, outside of the house. And then tells the caretaker, Sutaniangalilia. Then she leaves and comes back in the evening. How old was this child? My kid was 5 years then. On top of that...
Was it like ground floor Amaju?
No, Jew, 3rd floor. We used to live at the 3rd floor.
Wow.
On top of that, so I came to realize why my tokens were just depleting like that. We had this building flat that was being constructed in the neighborhood. So she had got a boyfriend who was a fundi there. So you see all of those construction workers, The reason she was arguing about the sufuria was because she was cooking ugali for all of these people, feeding them lunch, and then during the evening they would all come to my house to take a shower.
Take a shower?
Yeah, they would shower at my house, all of them. They would come
How many were they?
They were like, I don't know, 6, 7 people. They would come to my house, take a shower, charge their phones, charge their Bluetooth.
What towel were they using?
I don't even know what they were using because, I didn't have a nanny camera in my house. Right. So I was just seeing the footage from the staircase, how they were entering my house, and then see the footage when they were coming out.
How did you feel? Feels like being violated.
How did I feel? Let me tell you, that was the day I said I do not care about the law. I am going to beat this woman. And she was so bigger. She was way much bigger than me. She was like, I don't want to be like Cardi B, but she looked like...
Anybody is bigger than you.
I don't want to be like Cardi B, but she looked like she could protect the building.
Security heavy.
She was security heavy. Yeah. But I was like, I'm going to take her. I don't care. I'm going to take her.
Yeah.
I was I was mad. God, I was pacing. And then on top of that, I also noticed, and parents, let me tell you this. Please be careful with your children. If you bring someone into your house and you start noticing behavioral changes in your children, pay attention. Because I noticed my kid had stopped wetting the bed. He started wetting the bed again. On top of that, he started having nightmares. He would wake up in the middle of the night screaming, crying, and then he would keep insisting that I sleep with him on my bed, And I know people might say, oh, why, Betty, why were you not, present and all of that? Maybe you could have avoided these things. I need to remind you, I was a flight attendant, and people don't understand. The life of a flight attendant is just weird. Sometimes you're gone for 2 months. Sometimes you're gone for a month. Sometimes you're gone for 2 weeks. You are barely there. And even when you're there, you're so exhausted, jet lag all the time, that you're just sleeping. So you don't notice most of these things, So I regret, honestly, I do regret so much, and I just want to apologize to my son. I really failed him at that because he was going through a lot with this woman. But anyway, she came back, and good thing is that my friends, they really talked me down. They were like, no, Betty, don't beat her. Now this is going to be a police case. I was like, I don't care. Let's go to the police. Let's go. But by the time she got, I had already calmed my mind. Because from 10 all the way to 6, that's a lot of hours to steam, So I had already went back to thinking rationally. If she had come back earlier, she was saved by the fact that she came back late. If she had come back earlier, we would have tumbled down those stairs very badly. I would be trending. I've done taekwondo. I took taekwondo once, When my ex broke my heart, I went and took taekwondo because I was just imagining, he's skinny like this. So I felt I could take him.
Sex?
Captain from Closure. Go get Closure. Yeah. I feel like, mtu nini ananisumbua. He's so skinny, he's a skinny guy. So I was like, okay, the only thing he's, I know men are usually physically stronger than women, right? But I felt with a little bit of taekwondo training, I could definitely take him. I could take him.
Why would you want to take him?
The pain, the trauma he had put me through. I was like...
Did you look for him?
After the training?
Yeah.
Man, they beat the hell out of me. Those people. You know where I was training? At Pavilion with the GSU people. I wasn't even in a small setting of martial arts. No, I was training with Askaris. Those people don't play. They kicked me. My back has never been the same. I left there, I was like, no more violence. So nowadays I'm a peaceful person. Me, even if Rugara right now, even if you come and sijui tukosane, I want dialogue. Let's just talk about it.
Did you learn any? Did you learn any techniques?
Yeah, I did learn. I did learn, but I don't think I will be using them. Those ones are just for me, for self-defense purposes. Now, if it's my life in danger, then I think maybe I might use them. Okay. But as long as my life is not in danger, yeah, I'm more of talking. I have a song. You wanna hear it?
Sure.
Somebody told me I've got a terrible voice. But I say they are haters, So this is a song we do with my kid in the house. I actually got it from TikTok, from this, I think she's called Heidi. I forget her name. As I say, when you're sad or afraid, let's talk about it. Let's talk. You should do the thing. No, give me the beat. Yeah. When you're sad or afraid, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, so it doesn't sit all alone in your heart when you're sad or afraid. Let's hug about it. Let's hug about it, so it doesn't sit all alone in your heart. Oh, I can see the little boy in you just being like, oh.
I was actually focusing on the drum.
Yeah. So nowadays, in my house, we are a no-violence family. When you are sad or when you are afraid, when you are hurt, whatever you're going through, we talk about it, you know. Let's just talk about it. No fighting. Why should we fight?
So after that incident with that nanny,
Oh yeah, she came and I'm not proud. I don't even know if I should be saying this on camera, but when she came out, she had the clothes were already at the door. I was like, get the hell out. Get out of my house. I do not want to see your face. Do you know what she said? She said, oh, you know, Mama Mabel, your kid is so problematic. You know, hata nikimwambia skiangi.
She used the word problematic.
Yeah, your kid is problematic. Hata nikimwambia skiangi, she said it in Swahili, anasumbuanga. Hata nikimwambia skiangi. So I was wondering, so because a kid is being problematic, which by the way, I will defend my son and say my son is not problematic, and he can be vouched by all of his teachers. My kid is one of the most disciplined kids I know, because I know myself and I know I've brought up a disciplined child. And if he's naughty, it's just the whole healthy naughtiness of his age.
How are you as a child in school?
Who, me?
Yes. Were you unproblematic?
No, I was very problematic. I was jumping from the fence. You know, I was jumping fences to go watch Kina Kanumba. You know Stephen Kanumba?
No.
You don't know Stephen Kanumba? You don't know, but you know, Bad Brothers. Uji? Na Blood Sisters, Kina Gloria and Esther.
Gloria Muliro.
No, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. When you only grow up, Lini?
Ni Wakamba?
No. You don't know Blood Sisters, that movie, that Nigerian.
Oh, Blood Sisters.
Yes, Kina Gloria and Esther. Yeah, you saw.
Oh, I thought it's musicians.
No. I used to nilikuwa naruka fence, tunaenda coach. I used to hang out with boys. By the way, I've grown up a tomboy. I've grown up with, I used to be a boy, you know.
Oh, you used to be a man?
I used to be a boy. I didn't say I used to be a man. I grew up a boy.
You know, that's a dangerous thing.
That's actually a stylistic kind of talking. I'm not saying that I was a cis boy. I'm saying that inside my soul and my spirit and my personality, I grew up a boy. I didn't even know that I was a girl until probably when I was in high school. That's when I realized I'm a girl. Do you know, my boobies...
Chico told me that as well.
My boobies grew, like I was the last person to grow boobies in my class even. I didn't have boobs until I was in like Form 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Stop looking at my boobs.
I didn't.
Eric, you're confirming. They're there.
I didn't.
Not you glancing quickly like that guilty stare.
I didn't.
Yeah, so
we will see it on the show.
So
if I did.
You did. The camera should just like
the camera does not lie.
Yeah, it will zoom in and say like you are like you don't wanna check, but you wanna check. No, yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't say that I was. No, actually, I was so envious of the calm, collected girls. Yani, a girl comes in school like in the morning with her clothes well ironed, her socks are white, kametakin vizuri, the books are welcome. Kwanza me, my books are dog ears. Like, I'm not even talking about the small dog ears, like the big ones. They were crumbled like the. Nikuwa naitisha kitabu natoa hivi naanza kusmoothen, like you know, that was me. So I would see these girls, and then during the evening, and then their hair is held in a bun, and then during the evening they are going home, their socks are still white, their skirts are still well ironed, their shirts are still white, their hair is just not even a strand out, they're just like they're girly, you know. I just think some women are like that, and like if you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. And
you have it now?
No, I don't. Now, I've learned how to...
You told me you're the best dressed writer.
I am. I'm actually the savior of the writing industry. Like, I'm the most beautiful of writers. Like, writers they have not been blessed by the looks, but God was generous with me. He was like, gave me the cheekbones, you know, both cheeks. Proportional.
What about the dressing?
Of course, look at me.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Fantastic.
Puma. Check that out. See my socks?
Yeah. Okay.
I would be a fashion model.
So
if I
you
wasn't
didn't
a
have
writer.
that when you were a kid, yeah?
Nah. I used to wear whatever I see. Like first thing, grab t-shirt. Yeah.
How did you outgrow that tomboyishness?
Let me tell you something. I am ashamed to say this, but this is because of men. I dress for men.
Women have been telling us that they don't dress for men.
I
They
will
don't
admit
dress
it.
for us.
I will admit it on camera. I dress for men. You know why? Because hold on, I'm finishing this statement. I dress for men because if I lived in a society where there were no men, I would never wear clothes.
Okay.
The only reason I'm covered up is because you're here. If it was just me and a girl, man, I would just be having like sellotapes on my nipples. When I'm around girls, I don't need to dress up. You know, because I'm safe. My body is safe. They're not lasting after me. They're not doing nothing. I dress because of men.
How did you dress when you were in school? It was a girls' school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, when I was in high school?
Yeah.
Man, when I was in high school, I was walking around with just my panties. You know, especially at the dome. You know, our dome used to be like this big hall. The minute I get to the dome, do you know I used to start undressing from the door? My shirt, we would be walking, all of us girls. It was not just a me thing, all of us girls. By the way, when girls are together, when girls are just girls in the house, they are usually like, I had my girlfriend come over. And this statement of my girlfriend has put me in a lot of trouble, you know?
You're about to tell me that when your girlfriend is over, you are semi-nude, both of you.
Semi? What is semi about it? There's no semi about it. No. We are
you're still putting yourself in trouble right now.
It's just that, you know,
we already think that thing you have said about your girlfriend.
You see now the problem. Let me tell you, I am not going to be liable for your own evil thoughts.
Not
the
me.
problem, no, I'm not talking about you, Rugara. I'm talking about you as a society.
Okay.
The problem is that most people, especially men, they cannot fathom loving a person without your private parts touching. You can love a person without having to have sex with them. It's not all love that has to be sexual. Me and my girlfriend can be walking around the room doing our makeups. We can even be like, tell me, oh babe, you see I've got a pimple down here. And I'll be like, hey, let me check. And it's not sexual.
Okay, so you are saying
we even check each other for lumps in the breast. She touches my breast to check for lumps, you know, cancer awareness. You know, me and my girlfriend, we do that. She checks me and she's like, sometimes she comes, she slaps my ass. She's like, hey babe, your ass is growing. I'm like, thank you, I've been doing squats. That's a girl thing. We do that all the time. Doesn't mean I want to sleep with you. But now if a man touched your ass, how would you react? You see, because you know, a man cannot love you without wanting to sleep with you. And the problem is men. I'm always saying
they can.
Okay, so let
you're saying men don't love their sisters.
Let me tell you, if right now a man walked into this room right now and leave alone even smacking your butt, just placed his hand on your chest, you would start sweating. You'd be uncomfortable.
Because that's gay.
See, why are you thinking it's gay?
No,
because it's sexual.
It's gay.
Because your brain is thinking of it in a sexual way.
But actually,
a girl could just come right now and she would touch me and I wouldn't even be thinking of that.
But let me tell you, do you know that this thing of whatever you're saying actually it's from the British, it's Anglo-Saxon. Actually, if you go to some towns in Kenya, some places in Kenya,
yeah,
men walk holding hands together. In Kenya, they do it. The places where...
And when you see them, what do you think? You think that's
listen, listen, I've just told you.
You don't even know why you say gay like it's a bad thing.
I've just told you, it's Anglo-Saxon, it's that buttoned up, it's Victorian. But if you go to the East, like in Arab countries, men walk around holding hands.
I love men who are confident and secure in their masculinity like that. I like a guy that wears pink. I like a man that can enjoy a manicure and a pedicure once in a while. I like a man who has got lip gloss. Actually, let me tell you.
Why?
Why? Because it is basic hygiene.
What? No.
Why would you be walking around with dry lips?
Let me ask you, do you like them as in you want to date them?
No, I just like that character in them.
No, so that doesn't matter. That doesn't count.
So it doesn't count because I don't want to sleep with them.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Guys, catch that. Don't dare cut this out of the podcast. Don't you dare. You just confirmed my point. Anyway, let's go back to the manual.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get me in trouble.
No, you are the one who went there.
No, I'm not in trouble. We girls love each other.
Okay. So after this lady, after she left here.
Yeah, it's like
you learned your lesson?
Of course. I did.
What did you do now? You still needed somebody?
Yes, I still needed someone. So I took 4 days off from work, and I went and called my grandma, and I told my grandma, find me someone. First of all, someone from my own home, someone I know, from my own village. Because I was like, if someone from my own village does anything to me, I know where to find you. I know your parents. Even if you hide, I'll go kidnap your brother. Don't play with me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got someone from my own home, and then when they came in, that was not even the first thing I did. The first thing I did, I went and got a nanny camera. I got a CCTV camera. My house, when you enter my house, by the way, if you've ever been in my house,
your house is North Korea.
If you've ever been in my house, just know I've got footage. I've got a lot of footage of you. Yeah. My house is always in constant surveillance, and it's not even something that is hidden. It's not a hidden camera. It's right there. When you get in the door, you just see it right there. Covers the kitchen, covers the sitting room, covers everything. It is a talkback camera whereby even when I'm far, I can talk and they can hear. I even remember the nanny that I got after that house girl was actually my auntie.
Okay.
Yeah, my auntie came. She was not really like my nanny, like official nanny, but she stepped in and told me, during this period while you're looking for someone, because I don't have a job, why don't I come and step in and just like, nikuangalilie mtoto, because it was really like during that time when it was high, like we were having, I think it was during holiday season, a lot of flights, a lot of actually charter flights, like going out of the country and all of that. So my auntie told me, let me come and step in and look at, take care of the kid for you while we are trying to find a good house girl. I told her, okay, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It was weird because this is my auntie. She's practically my mom. How do you even start, ordering your mom around? But let me tell you, my aunt was supposed to like do that for maybe like a month. We ended up staying with my aunt for 1 year. Because she was so good. She healed so many parts of me. She helped me learn how to give up control. Because sometimes, sometimes the reason we are not having a good relationship with these house helps is because we are not also giving them the space to do their thing. We are hyper monitoring, always there, like supervising every little thing. Do you know that when you're in the house as an employer, and every employer of a house help can relate to this, weekends are the times when they're most stressful for the house helps. You know why? Because the owner or the employer is there, and you will always see that they're doing everything wrong. Because they are not doing the things the way you would do them, right? Maybe kiamka, what she does first is she soaks the clothes. But you prefer kiamka, first of all, apike breakfast, On other days, for as long as you find your breakfast on the table, you are good. But on weekends, now observing her routine, you realize you're not approving of this routine, Maybe she washes utensils with hot water, and you're like, nah, I would wash this with cold water, or it's the vice versa, or maybe she washes clothes whites first and then coloreds later, and then you're like, why don't you do coloreds first? No, you are interfering with her routine, But having my auntie, knowing that I cannot just be dictating over my auntie like that, and I can be a little bit of a control freak. I love things to be working exactly how I want them to work, So when my auntie came, because of the way the shift of the power shift, considering she's my mom, she's practically my mom, I can't go ordering her around. So I had to relinquish a little bit of control and let her do her thing the way she wants to do her thing. And let me tell you, my house was running smoothly. Number one, I was getting more rest. So this is what I learned from my auntie. You need to let your house help be, first of all, equip your house help. That's why when you get this house help manual, it's meant to equip your house help with the skills and know-how for them to do their function properly. Equip your house help and give them space for them to do the functionality bit of the house, which is the labor, the physical labor, right? The cleaning, the cooking, the everything. so that you can have space for the connection bit of the family, which is loving these kids, laughing with them, drawing with them, taking them out for picnics and all of that. So both of your roles have been clearly defined. And there's this debate of, is she a house manager, or is she a house help? In my world, and it doesn't have to be everybody's world, but in my world, I believe a house help is a house help, because I, as an employer, I am the house manager. I'm the one who is managing that house. I'm the one who is directing everything. I'm the one who manages the finances. I'm the one who manages everything. The house help is there to help me on mostly the functionality bit. I'm not saying the connection bit is not there, because she has to have a relationship with the kids anyway, right? But mostly, the biggest part of her job is the function bit of the house, of the whole setup, right? And my biggest function in the house as a house manager is the connection bit. I'm the one who ensures that the communication is running smoothly. I'm the one who is going to ensure that while the house help and my kids are having a good relationship, I am monitoring the emotions of both of these people, regulating them, making sure that the house help is not overworked and overstimulated and everything, and also making sure that my kid is not developing some weird behaviors because of this environment or something, you know. It is my job to be planning outings, to be planning things to debrief, to be bringing all these debrief sessions and all of that. So me, I focus on functionality, connectivity, and she focuses on functionality, and both of you just run smoothly. Because right now, if I'm the one who is cooking and cleaning and all of that, what time do I have to be sitting down with the kid and watching cartoon? I don't have the time. And that's why sometimes you can find being a stay-at-home mom doesn't mean that you don't need a house help. Actually, you do. Because as a stay-at-home mom, that means you want to, the whole reason why you decided to stay at home as a mom was so that you can connect with the children. But you cannot be connecting with the children when you are overworked with laundry, with cleaning, with all of this. People usually talk about that the Psalms something.
Psalms 31.
Yeah, wife, kind of wife.
Proverbs.
Yeah, Proverbs. That Proverbs wife. But do you know what that verse says? That wife, she wakes up early and divides the labor among the helpers.
She was an entrepreneur even.
She was even an entrepreneur. The Bible even acknowledges that as a wife, you do need helpers. It's not your job. Okay, hey, I don't want to make people fight, but as a wife.
Oh, the Bible says that she divides the labor between her helpers.
Do you have a Bible? We can even confirm right now. Yes.
Okay.
You just like verifying me so much.
No, you. Oh,
yeah. Let's
why
actually,
you laughing?
yes. No, I wasn't laughing because I want us to be sure of what we're saying.
You smiled in a way to suggest that you were.
It's just the way you reached for the phone, like.
No, you have told me to confirm.
Yeah, confirm it. It. I also want to make sure that I know what I'm saying.
You are lucky the Wi-Fi haifikia. Do you have a Bible?
Yes, I do have a Bible. Hold on, let me confirm. Ama, you'll not trust it because it's from my phone.
That is Bible.
Okay, Google.
No, okay. You have.
I'll just Google so it can go straight to the Bible.
So.
Is Psalms. Is it what is? Is it 128? Is Psalms 128, right?
No, Proverbs.
No, Proverbs. Proverbs.
Proverbs 31.
Proverbs 31. When was the last time you opened a Bible?
Me? 2 weeks ago.
Wow. You are a virtuous man, Rugara. You are a God-fearer. You are the kind of man.
2 weeks ago is recent.
Very recent. I'm ashamed to say that during the weekend, I opened a Golden Bells when I was at the supermarket. I just saw it and the nostalgia of high school came back to me. So I
started singing. Yeah?
I opened it and I was singing that I was with my guy and my guy was like, honey, I love you, but don't ever sing in public again. And then I come to a podcast to embarrass you. Okay.
So long as you don't quit your day job.
Yeah, right? No, I cannot. Okay. I think this one. Okay. How do I even go to the Bible? Jesus, I don't even. Okay. Yeah. NIV. Okay, 31. Okay, good. I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed. I thought the Bible was locking me out. Okay, so it starts from from verse 10, right? A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She's like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it's still night, and she provides food for her family and portions for her female servants.
Interesting.
Delegating.
Portions for her female servants.
Yes.
Is it portions? I thought it's food.
You know, translations are different.
Okay.
But do you see the fact that there are servants there?
Yes.
She considers a field and buys it out of her savings and plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong and for her task. She says that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. Her hands, yada yada yada. Okay, so let's see. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household. All of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She's clothed in fine linen and purple. So,
I love the language.
Yeah, so you see, the thing is, I was mostly focusing on the servants bit. Delegating, okay? For you to be a profitable wife and woman, and I think this is what we, the feminists, were fighting for. We were not fighting for you to take us to the factories there so we can die from toxic fumes. That's your job as a man. We were fighting for us to have help, so that we can have the space to be profitable in all our other areas.
They were actually fighting to be included in the job market.
We were fighting to have a choice.
You're saying we, but you are not there.
I am also. We are still fighting.
No, I'm saying the ones.
A luta continua.
Your predecessors fought to be in
so
the workplace.
So that we can have choice.
No, they fought to be in the workplace.
They didn't say that, okay, now we are fighting, all women should go into the workforce. No, they said they were fighting for us to have the right to choose to go to the workforce if we wanted to go to the workforce. They
fought for the dismantling of the patriarchy.
Yes, because it was refusing to give us the choice.
Let me
we were fighting for the choice.
Let me ask you.
Can we go back to the Househelp manual?
You want to have the choice? No.
Can we go back to the Househelp manual? Let's go back to the Househelp manual. Let me, before my point disappears from my head. So this is the thing, right? If you, as a house manager, and I'm talking here to the ladies, okay? Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, it is good to have help. Learn how to delegate. And delegation comes especially when you have faith and trust in your help. And how are you going to have this faith and trust? Is by knowing your help is equipped with the right skills for you to trust them to do A, B, C, D. Delegate, delegate, delegate. Stop being a control freak. You cannot do everything by yourself.
Okay.
Delegate. Let her do the laundry so that you can have more time with the kids. If you want to teach the kids how to do laundry, but take a different basin, put some socks in there, put their underwear or their handkerchiefs, and then go do that together with the kids. Kids love to be included, you know? If you want to help, maybe like during the washing of dishes, right? Call the kids. Set them up there with the basin for rinsing. While you're washing, they're rinsing. You're connecting. This is barely labor. You know why? Because you don't even wash the utensils every day, right?
Right.
That's why the few times during the weekends when you decide, okay, I want to step up and do this, you even have the leisure of including the kids together. You are bonding. While you're washing dishes, you ask them about the week. Hey, and your friend, what? Do you know when you're sitting, like right now when you're sitting this way, every answer is so mechanical, especially with my son. When I'm asking my son, when you're at the dinner table, I'm asking him, so how was your day today? Did you make any friends? He's usually telling me, he tells me only what he thinks I need to know. He doesn't give me the fine details. And the story is in the fine details. Yeah. Like there was a post I was reading and a mom was saying, they asked their kid, how was school? And then the kid was like, it was just fine. And then the mom goes to the WhatsApp group and sees the kid holding a crocodile. And then the kid was like, it was just fine. Especially the Gen Alphas. They're so nonchalant, you know. You tell unaambia mtu, anakusikiza anakuambia bet. So, you know, they're just like nonchalant group. So But if you're engaging them in these activities, let's say you're doing laundry and then you're doing it together, while you're there, they just start remembering things. By the other day at school, she just said this, and even this other kid, you're connecting, and those memories are forever. And these kids, once they grow up, they have grown up. But how are you having the energy to do these things? And for you to have the patience to bring up these kids like this, it's because you're not exhausted, because you've got help. So that's that. And I learned that from my auntie. When my auntie stepped up, she was doing her thing. I realized I cannot control her. I cannot control her schedule. Even this book is not meant to control you. This book actually is supposed to relinquish that control. Because once a househelp, as long as they know the proper way to do things, then they can arrange their day the way they want. If the househelp doesn't, if they have not created their own routine yet, the book has also got a routine that has been set. They can decide to adopt that routine. And that routine is actually very considerate of timings, of everything. For example, I usually tell my house girl, you're free to set your routine the way you want. But if you're going to wash clothes, don't you think it makes more sense to wash them in the morning so that they dry with the sun, so that by the evening you can have the clothes back and iron them and set them in the wardrobe, so that if somebody needs the clothes tomorrow, they can use them. Because while you have the freedom to say, okay, I'm going to do laundry, let's say at 4. At 4 is when the kid is coming back, So now you're overlapping, and now you're becoming overworked. Actually, people become overworked because of lack of structure. If you plan your day properly, you're going to have a lot of time to rest. A lot of time to rest. But if you don't, everything is a mess. First of all, you wake up late. You are rushing. You are yelling at the kid because the kid is eating slowly, but you're the one who woke up late, You set off the kid they have gone to school. Then you're there, you're trying to clean, you're trying to listen to music. You're also on the phone. During working hours. And it's not an emergency, and it's not something that's important. You're scrolling on TikTok. You are live on TikTok. You're wearing my clothes. You're going live wearing my clothes as a house help. Lack of professionalism. And then I come in the evening and you're so tired and exhausted because you are spending your time on the phone. You're not respecting working hours. You're busy gossiping. You will still want to go and katiana with the caretaker, ama to go and gossip with the other house helps in the block, And then you say, oh, kuna kazi mingi sana, I'm being overworked. Hakuna kazi mingi sana, kazi ni ile ile. You just have to plan your day properly. And this book is bringing that structure. Yeah. What?
Tell me more.
Tell you more.
Yeah, I was quiet for so long that I got comfortable there.
Right? My voice is so soothing.
Oh, it's just comfortable. So I liked this acknowledgement. There are some stories that are hiding inside here. You say,
I highlighted them from the best.
Yes.
From the good, bad, from the good.
You say?
Yeah.
You had a house help called Anne. Who was your first house girl?
Oh man, everybody remembers their first, don't they?
You say the day, I think she was young as well. The day she met my Italian boyfriend and said, Betty, get me mine just like that. Tell me about boundaries.
So, okay, let me tell you something, first of all, before we even talk about boundaries. Most employers of house helps, I've realized they have this guilty conscience all the time that they are carrying inside them. They don't want to appear like they are bad employers, like they are bad bosses. So you try to be the cool boss. And in being the cool boss, you ignore all boundaries.
Like cool parents.
Yeah, like cool parents. But your house help is not your bestie. She's not your sister. She's not your boo-boo. She's not your confidant. She's not your friend. She's your employee. And if that professional boundary is going to be there, you have to respect it. You have to respect it. Especially if you hired this person not out of merit, but out of that compassion of like, oh, they come from a poor background, yada, 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 you know. So you bring them in and you don't want to be like, I'm mistreating you, I don't want to mistreat you. So, you know, you can even have my clothes, so you know, all of that, you know. Because you're trying to be nice and you're trying to also be like, oh, you know, I don't want to be that stereotypical bad boss. And then next thing you know, now you are bestie them. And then you bestie them until boundaries are crossed. Anne was my very, very first house girl. I was so nervous. And then she came and we were in the same age bracket. Back then, I think I was 24. Was I 24? Yeah, I was 24. And she was like 22. I think she was 22. Like we had 2 years between us. And she came, she was really good. She was so hardworking. I thank God that she knew what she was doing because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't know. In fact, I realized I was doing so much more of the labor in the house than she was. Because I didn't want her to feel like, sikuwa nataka feel kama mfanyikazi. You know that stereotype of mfanyikazi wa nyumba? I was like, no, we are cool, we are besties, we are in the same age group. In my house, I'm a cool person. I don't want you to feel like that. We're family. So I would wake up in the morning and do the dishes and make breakfast. If it's laundry day, when I'm around the house, I would be like, mi hata nitafua nguo zangu mimi mwenyewe. You just fua yako na mtoto.
Oh, that's such a cool boss.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I was such a cool boss. I even remember when she was coming, I went to the supermarket and I bought her all of the toiletries. I got her a toothbrush, I got sanitary towels, I got even a roll-on and a perfume, a body mist. I got her body mist. I used to pay her, and let me tell you, I used to pay her minimum wage. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to pay her minimum wage. I was not even aware of like there was a stipulated wage. I wasn't even aware. So whenever I would pay her, I would also give her pesa extra ya salon, you know. So if I'm using a lipstick and I feel like I want to change my lipstick, or she borrows my lipstick, I'd be like, yeah, you can have my lipstick. Akienda, if she's going on her day off, sometimes we would even find a babysitter for Marvel, and then me and her would go out and have like a couple of drinks during the weekends, you know. And we used to talk. Whenever I would have problems with my boyfriend, I'd go and be like, Aki gali, you know what he did to me? Aki imagine alifanya hivi. And then you should be like, wow, Aki mena like what? Nini? And then when she was having problems, like relationship problems, she would come and tell me, yada yada. Yani we were that close. We were like besties, we were sisters. And you know, being a single mom at such a young age, I didn't have friends. I really needed a friend. It was just me and her. It was just Anne and I and the kid. So, of course, the familiarity would be there. Aki Anne wewe. Anyway, yeah, so at that time I was dating this Italian guy, and he came home once, and you know, we were just there chilling, watching a movie, all of us, you know, just popcorns and shit. And then he left, and then we were just talking, and we'd be like, I like your guy is like this, and now we are just talking about him. And like, I know, right? Aki, he treats me so good. And then it's like, yeah, Aki, your man. And then she's like, Aki, Betty, see, Aki, you even look for me. Hata pia mimi nitafutie mzungu. Which, by the way, is such a wild statement when I hear like girls telling me those kind of things. You know, being a flight attendant back then, people think you've got so much access to these white wealthy men, you know. Actually, it's a misconception.
Well, I know.
It's a misconception because when you are at work, you're professional. True. Of course, all the men are coming there. But they're married, or they've got relationships, or they've got whatever.
Well, look at it this way.
Besides, you expect me to walk over to a guy and be like, hi, I've got this friend of mine.
No, I mean like, I mean in the sense of you're taking care of them. Yeah. During the flight.
Yes. But they are very scared of us. And they used to be very scared of us.
And you're wearing a nice uniform, you're pretty.
Yeah.
They take your number?
No. Actually, that's a misconception people have. Do you know, when I was working in aviation, I got the list. Actually, I was disappointed because I even went with that expectation. Actually, I went with that mindset because not kuomoka, you know, not kuomoka, but I was like, I'm going to be exposed to like a very crazy number of wealthy men, so I can pick whoever I want. Let me tell you, first of all, it's a very professional setting, you know. Secondly, the guys who have the audacity to even ask for your number are not even worth dating. They've probably asked the numbers of, if they got connecting flights, they've got the numbers of all the other flight attendants from all the other aircrafts. So they are playboys, you know? They are playboys and people who they're not even after any serious relationship. A serious guy will be very scared of you to even ask you for your number or a coffee date on the very first flight.
Why?
And the thing is, meeting a passenger twice is very hard. It's very hard. It's like, you know, the universe, the Mercury has to be in whatever, in this position, the sun has to be just right, the moon has to be just right for you to meet that passenger again, you know. Second, you know, like the professionalism bit of it, they are scared of you because flight attendants are protected by the law. You cannot grope them, you cannot talk to them in a particular way, you cannot insult them. It's so easy for you actually to go to jail just because you touched a flight attendant inappropriately. And that's what people don't know.
Well, it's just asking for a phone number without doing those things.
Do you know how scary flight attendants are? Have you ever been on a flight?
Yeah.
You see how serious we look when you're walking there on the aisles.
They're very nice people.
We are nice, we are smiling, but it's just a setting. Like, I myself, I've flown as a passenger. I myself have flown as a passenger. And let me tell you, I'm terrified of them. I'm terrified of them because they have a certain authority in the aircraft. If you're actually a self-respecting man who doesn't just think that any woman is approachable, and you look at a woman who you think is of value to you, it's gonna be intimidating.
Well, let me ask you, don't you or don't they, like, are you saying conversations don't happen?
They rarely do happen. At
like conversations, like, you know, I like the nuts you brought, you know, they are very nice.
Yeah, and that's like, that's not even a conversation.
No, like you brought me the nuts and then I say, oh, they're very nice. When you come back,
okay, you know what?
That brings up,
so you are that type of passenger.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, now let me give you
there's
this
a conversation there.
Let me give you this
There's
scenario.
an opening to ask for your phone number.
Let me give you this scenario, right? Let's take a Fokker 100. For example, it has got like, how many passengers on board? This is like 105.
Okay.
So I have got 105, and a Fokker 100 should have like a minimum of, let's say, 2 or 3 cabin crew, right? Which one of them is going to be at the galley preparing and serving the flight deck. So 2 of you are going to be in the cabin, right? And let's say this is not a long flight. Let's say this is a 45 minutes flight to Mombasa.
True.
I have to serve, and these 45 minutes are not even exactly 45 minutes, because give it 15 minutes for takeoff and 15 minutes for landing.
Yeah.
So I have to serve this cabin of 105 passengers in these very few minutes.
Yeah.
And I've probably been serving since morning.
Yeah.
Or if it's in the morning, it's a very early flight and I'm tired because I was serving yesterday. And then you think you're so handsome.
You know your hands are akimbo.
Yes,
right now.
they're akimbo because what the heck? These are the things I never got to say when I was in the aircraft. I wish I could say it in their faces.
Okay.
You think you're so handsome.
Is it about being handsome?
Or you think you're so special, I am going to stand there and start having an entire conversation.
You've just told me that you were disappointed.
I was, because actually that was my expectation as well. I thought that we were going to have so much time.
Like when you said disappointed, you mean you were hoping for it?
Yes, I was hoping for it.
And I'm just saying that
that's what I'm telling you, it's a misconception.
But now the moment I give you the example,
your
hand is akimbo.
So hear me out. Even people who are wishing or who want to get into like aviation as cabin crew, they also come with their own misconceptions, right? Like my wildest misconception was thinking that the aircraft windows can open mid-flight.
Was that a fear of yours?
No, it was not a fear. Actually, I was hoping they would.
Because if it does, it's catastrophic.
Of course, I had not thought of the mechanics of them. But you see how, like in the movies, you see how the movies are? Because I remember it was so embarrassing during our cabin crew training. So when they were talking about in the case where we have to do a crash landing, they were saying the life jackets are underneath the seat, and this is how you wear your life jacket. I was waiting for them to tell us about the parachutes, and they were not talking about parachutes. So I was asking, so I raised my hand, I was at what point do we tell the passengers to wear their parachutes when we are crashing? And then they were like, there are no parachutes. What do you mean there are no parachutes? So the life jacket, we have to wait until we hit the water.
Yeah.
They were like, yes, you have to wait until you hit the water. And if you are doing on terrain or you're doing in a forest, you have to wait until you actually hit the ground for you to start evacuating. And I was like, will I not be dead by the time I get to the ground? So I used to think that the aircraft next to the life jacket is a parachute. Yeah. And if you see that you're about to land, you are about to crash, especially on land. Land, so you can just pick the parachute and wear it and open the window. So the emergency doors, I thought my job as a cabin crew was to open these emergency exits mid-flight so that passengers can jump out the way they jump out of helicopters.
Actually, I remember.
That's so crazy.
I remember when the cabin crew, they explained to us, oh, that's the exit door. Yeah. And I'm like, exit to where?
Yes. Yes.
Because you've been doing.
But you get my logic,
You've been doing it like so many times. Yeah. That you're not explaining to us that this is in case of emergency. No. So it's like they're just saying, oh, that's
you wait until you crash.
So they were like, that's the exit. I was like, exit to where? We are in the air.
I used to think that you're supposed to. Yeah. So I thought
especially if you are flying to Mombasa, because you're not going to fly over the water. So exit to where? We're not going to jump into any water.
In case of a crash landing, you wait until you crash. Oh. And if God
they didn't tell us that.
Well, those are the things you're not told. If we don't want to scare you. That's why even when you're briefing, that's why even when you're briefing the exits, you usually tell after you're done briefing, you say this is just a safety protocol. Yeah. We are not anticipating for any emergency. We have got very trained cabin. The flight deck is very trained and everything. We are not anticipating any emergencies. So this is just a protocol. This is just a protocol that we brief you.
It's a protocol.
Yeah, but so. Yeah, so that's there's a lot of misconceptions in aviation. It's actually also a very unexplored field. I've come to realize.
There's a question I have.
Like people think being a flight attendant, you have got exposure to 1 million boyfriends. You have so much money. Actually, I've got more money now that I'm not a flight attendant. Honestly, because let's say you're getting paid a salary.
But do you miss the flights, the traveling?
What?
Do you miss it?
So that's also another misconception. You think that you're traveling.
Well,
people think that being a cabin crew, then you've traveled so much and you've seen so much of the world.
No, when I used to call you, like we do the interview, like, oh, I'm flying to Germany.
Yes, I am flying to Germany. But guess where in Germany I'm flying? Yeah. I got into the airport. Yeah. And if it was a layover, if maybe I slept there, I got from the airport, I got inside a car, I was driven to a 5-star hotel, I saw the hotel. Yeah. I didn't see nothing in Germany. Yeah. I didn't see nothing.
If you wanted to...
Do you know how much, my goodness, let me tell you.
If you wanted to say something, would you?
I'm so emotional because there was this one time we went to Mauritius. Yeah. And I wanted to see Mauritius. I wanted to go to the market and interact with the local people. But you just get to see the hotel. So it's just you and hotel staff. If you're lucky, you can be in the country for like 3 days. So maybe you can travel and see some things here and there. But as a cabin crew, you see a lot of airports and you see a lot of hotels, but you rarely see the place. You are going to go to Dubai, but you're going to be at the airport and then at the hotel and then back. But if you are working with these like very big airlines and sometimes they go to, let's say they go to Paris and they stayed in Paris, like say for a week. Yeah. Now you've got time and space to go maybe see, oh, I've seen the Eiffel Tower, I've seen this. Then you can say you're traveling. But otherwise, there's no travel. Do you know how many times I've been to Mombasa? There was a time we flew to Mombasa like almost, in a week we used to go to Mombasa like 4 days, 4 times a week, right? But it had been 2 years since I had been to Mombasa. Why? Because I get to Moi International Airport, people disembark, cleaners get in, they wipe, they clean, they do everything. Nairobi passengers embark, and I'm back to Nairobi. And I will tell you, oh, I had a flight to Mombasa, and then you think, oh my goodness, you must have gone to the beach.
But let me ask you, weren't there any like perks from the job where they would be like,
course
we will let you, like when we'll go, like a vacation or something, like you go
Let
there.
me tell you,
They allow you.
I always say this. I'm speaking from a place of privilege when I say this. If you are in your 20s, make sure being a cabin crew, even as a man, and actually there are male cabin crews. Let me just put it out there. People don't know. People think cabin crews are only ladies. There are male cabin crews, and those are the best. I loved flying with them. If you are in your 20s, I would say, try be a cabin crew. Be a cabin crew in your 20s. Be a cabin crew. You don't have to pursue it for the rest of your life, but in your 20s, be a cabin crew. Use your youth properly. You know why? The exposure to all of these different hotels, you become comfortable with wealth. Right now, even if our beloved President, Honorable William Ruto, invited me for dinner.
Are you speaking to him?
Yeah, I'm speaking to him. If he invited me for dinner...
He's not watching this podcast.
How do you know? Have faith. You dream a little.
I don't want him to watch it.
No, you know, but even or Barack Obama.
Barack Obama?
Yes.
Okay.
I love that guy.
Obama is watching. He likes literature.
I love Obama. He's so handsome. You know? Yeah, so
I thought you don't care about people being handsome.
Oh! Let me tell you, if I was a god, my world would be only full of beautiful and handsome people. I am vain. I am very vain. Looks for me are very, very important. Even as my friend, even if you're a platonic friend.
Even women? Even women?
Yes. Oh, I only hang out with hot women. All my girlfriends. They you know, like how when a neighborhood decides to plant flower beds and just beautify their area, they make their property value go higher because of the aesthetics of it, right? And if you want your property value not to go higher or for the rent to be increased, then make it a little bit dirty. So a lot of people don't want the property, you know, psychology. So me, I hang out with hot, pretty ladies.
What about your employees, you know?
I like them pretty. My house girl, she's very beautiful. She wears glasses.
That's like one of the things you look at yours.
Yes, actually for me, as my house help.
Because most people want a house help who is not attractive.
Why?
So that they can guard their husbands.
I will tell you what Shiko Kimani said. Men will embarrass you. You can never guard your husband. You can never guard your husband. There was this song once by some lady, I've forgotten her name, that said, you know, uyo bwanako mfunge kamba, you know. So let me tell you, a cheating husband is a cheating husband. Yes, that I said what I said. Somebody who wants to cheat, they will cheat. You cannot guard them against. Have you ever seen, first of all, who told you that these husbands even cheat with hot women, pretty women? They cheat with very ugly people. Really? Unaangalia hivi replacement wako hadi unashangaa, baba kinudhia. Surely. This is what you saw. So, no. For me, I do not say at find me an attractive woman to be my house girl. No. Requirement number one as my house girl, you have to look neat. You have to look neat. From your clothing, zifuliwe, zipigwe pasi vizuri, you need to go do your hair. I'm paying you good money. Part of that money is for your, invest in your looks. Because even me as a cabin crew, part of our uniform was your looks. Investing in good makeup. Si mambo na zile foundations are 150 za streets. Maybelline, you know. Invest in good makeup. Invest in your nails. They need to look good. Your hair needs to look good. So I have the same values even for my house girls. You know. I'm not saying go have stick-ons and stuff. How will you do your house chores? But make sure they are clean, well trimmed. Upake kama ni nail polish. Make sure you do the varnish, the clear polish. You know, make sure your hair inakaa vizuri, wear good clothes, all of that. So yeah, I love surrounding myself with beautiful things. You know, do you know the other time when my girlfriend was around, she came and said, she was like, hey, Betty, when I came, because my house girl is the one who opened the door for her, she was like, hey, Betty, when I saw your house girl, I didn't even know who is the house girl, who is not the house girl. And that's exactly how I like my house to look. First of all, do you know how much it lowers your value as a person when people come to visit you, and they're being served by somebody who looks like they have escaped a mental hospital. Their hair is like, they look traumatized. And then you're there pretending the way you're such a nice person, and I have got so much money, and yet your house helps look like this. You need to take care of everybody that's surrounding you. They need to be they need to be mentally okay, financially okay, physically okay. If my house girl she's sick, I give her sick offs. If she needs to go to the hospital, she goes to the hospital. If it's something that is too much, like I had to let one house girl go because she developed a wound, and then I gave her like 2 weeks to we went to the hospital. She was on antibiotics because it was, you know, those wounds that just swell out of nowhere from here. So it started swelling, then it started eating into her bone, and then she told me she had got diabetes or something, so it was really making it hard for it to heal. So we stayed for 1 month, and in that 1 month we were using a day bag. She was not allowed to touch water in the house. The only job she was doing was supervision. So the day bag would come, I would tell her, make sure you supervise. Sometimes I even call a chef to come and cook for us chakula ya meal prepping. The chef would come and meal prep like an entire week's food, you know. Imagine my chef, she's so nice. Her name is Ndinda. She cooks the best pilau. Very nice lady. But I'm not even bluffing, it's true. And she's so affordable. She only charges me like 2,000 shillings. She comes, she makes me naan. She makes me beef curry. She makes pilau. She makes this very wonderful pilipili. She makes a salad for only 2,000 shillings, imagine. 2,000 shillings, you know, when I go to the club, that's what I buy. That's what I use on a bottle of very cheap wine. But then, let me tell you, sometimes we always think, oh, hakuna pesa, tuna pesa. There's somebody who told, there's this reel I was watching on Instagram, and it was saying this. People's understanding of what self-love is very twisted. You know why? Because when you make your first good money, sometimes people be like, self-love is about me going to buy a Gucci bag or a Chanel, something from Chanel or something very expensive, and I'm like, I love myself, that's I got myself this bag. Okay, getting yourself a bag is not a bad thing. But how about when you make money, you use this money to make yourself be in a position where you function better? Get good help. Get appliances to help with your work, you know? Eat good food. Invest in a chef. Doesn't have to be a live-in chef. Invest in a chef who can come and cook you good meals that go according to the
I saw
dietary
somebody
needs.
say this exact same thing.
That
like
go according to
the difference between like really like rich people and the rest of the people. When the rich think about what the real luxury is versus what somebody who is struggling will think when they get some money. It's different. It's exactly what you're saying.
Like you get money,
like
and then you go to the
make your
club.
life easier.
That, let me tell you, that's my mindset all along. Is like, for me, money is supposed to bring me comfort. Money is supposed to make me function better. Money is supposed to buy me rest and buy me time. You know, people on social media are always asking me, Betty, you are a writer, you are a mom, you are a flight attendant, you are doing editing. We see you in almost like all the events. Where do you get the time? Time is money. Pay your house help well, so that they are not frustrated and mistreating your children. And there's no excuse for mistreating a child, but sometimes there are factors that could lead to it. Exhaustion and all of this. Invest in a house help that is not exhausted, that is not all of these things, that is professional, so that they can take care of your home in such a way that if your girlfriends call you and they're like, hey girlie, are you up for social drinking or something? You have the time to go because you trust this help. Wewe umeenda umechukua kawera wa helfu ngapi 5 in a house that has got 7 people. Kawera is exhausted, anapiga watu makofi, Kawera anaongea vile anataka. You don't even trust Kawera to stay in the house with your children. You don't have the time to do anything. You don't have the time to be creative. You don't have time. Even, let me tell you, social events are important because that's where the money is. The money is with the people. If right now, Eric, you have got something you're doing, like when we were talking about the live recording thingy. You invite me for your live recording. I cannot make it because I'm having stress with my house girl. Do you know next time I'm having a book launch, utakuwa unasikia kaugumuka kukuja. Cause it's like Betty doesn't support us, you know. But when I'm supporting your thing, you feel compelled to even support my own thing. When I'm going out for these company dinners, I have a wonderful space to even negotiate some salary increase, you know. When Tony Mochama invites me for a book reading, ama for something, and then I go there, I get to interact with more writers. They expand my brain. We debate about things. They tell me things I didn't know. I go home knowing better. As an editor, interacting with all of these writers, I market myself. Then they know Betty's available and Betty's an editor. So when they get manuscripts, I've got more customers. But if Betty's at home struggling with a Househelp, who is problematic because there's no structure, there's no functionality in the house, when am I going to get these clients? When am I going to make this money?
It's about order.
It's about order. When you've got order in your life, things flow.
Okay.
Things flow, things flow. And it's also like mindset. It's a mindset thing. Imagine this book is only 500 shillings. Somebody will not buy this book because they're like, ugh, what do I even need this book?
Shillings.
It's only 500 shillings. And somebody will not buy the book because they're like, what do I even need this book for? But 500 shillings is going to save you a lot of money, a lot of stress, a lot of pressure in the long run by just equipping your Househelp and even you yourself with the right skills to run a functional home. It's as simple as that. So for me, I think to myself this way. Ndinda is only costing me 2,000 shillings. And when she comes, she cooks me all of these meals, which by they usually run for a week. And we are a family of 3. When my man comes around once in a while, you know, so that makes it a family of 4. 2,000 is giving me food that is going to run me through the week. You know, when she comes during the weekend and she cooks these meals, my house girl doesn't have to worry about supper and lunch and whatnot for the rest of like 4 or 5 days, right? What is she doing? She's now concentrates on deep cleaning the house. If I need her to dust even the ceiling, she has got more time to dust the ceiling. She's resting, especially now schools have been closed, you know. She's resting better. She has got division. There's all of that, you know. Even like I tell her, you need to iron my bed sheets before you make my bed. She's got time to even take all of the bed sheets and iron them and store them when they're all ironed. She has got time to even like wax the tables. She has got time to do all of this stuff because of 2,000 shillings. But you, when you get money, you want to go to the club and buy Mattel for your friends who are not even going to be there for you when you have a need or something. Or maybe they're going to be there for you, I don't know, you know. But you want to buy Mattel and show off how rich you are. But your house is falling apart. Your house is falling apart. And then you say, it's self-love, baby. So I'm drinking expensive liquor. I'm buying myself an expensive bag. And then you yourself, you're breaking apart. You are dying from stroke and stress and all of these things because you're overstretching yourself, and then you're saying you're loving yourself. You're not loving yourself. Invest in good help. Invest in good appliances. Save money. Buy a washing machine. Make your life easy. Get a microwave. Imagine if you are in the middle class, you can save enough, you can get that money. Because imagine the money that we use on these unnecessary things in the name of self-love. And what people think is self-love is actually just looking for validation from people. Because that Gucci bag, it's not even any different from that bag that you bought in the streets. All of them are just holding materials, right? But when you're carrying that Gucci bag, it's giving you status to people, approval to people. But when you go home, you're not a Gucci girl. You're not Gucci at home. At home, you're broken. You're stressed out. You're overworked. You're burnt out. You're yelling at your children. You're not having time to even be creative. You're not having time to even sit down and you're like, oh, you know what? It's self-love, so I'm going to book myself a spa. It's good to have a spa. But if you're at the spa and you're still thinking, wait, Kawira is yelling at the kids, how are you relaxed? You're not relaxed. Right now, if I actually, my cousin was telling me he's going to book me a massage tomorrow. When I'm going to that massage, I'll be thinking about nothing. Just the white noise, the just be there, just massaging, just being in the moment. Because I know my kid is safe. My house is safe. My house girl is not frustrated. A Christmas bonus is going to come, is coming for her, and it's a secret. I've not told her. And I know my house girl, we are not in bad blood. She loves me, and I love her. And we don't love each other in that buddy kind of love, no. She knows I'm her boss, and she's my employee. I thank her, and I treasure her so much for the work that she does and the service she gives me. It's wonderful service. And on my end, I pay her well, and I make sure that I equip my house with things that are meant to make sure that her work is lighter. There's a washing machine there for her to use. If she's exhausted, and sometimes, you know, this cooking, you know, cooking is so stressful. Deciding what people are going to be eating all the time, you know, it's so stressful. So all this cooking, we call a chef. It's only 2,000 shillings. I can forgo a bottle of wine, honestly. 2,000 shillings, you ni car price. Caprice. Is it Caprice or car price? You know, ni 4th Street. You ni 4th Street. A bottle of 4th Street, you know. Just forgo a bottle of wine. Give her the 2,000, I give it to Ndinda cooks for us meals. We don't have to stress, we don't have to worry at tunakula nini. Even herself, she gets time to bond with my son better. Because when my son comes back from school, ama when he's in the house, I tell them, okay, because now you guys are not cooking and all of that, you know, the extra time you've got, si mtatoka hivi na mtoto mwende mkaendeshe baiskeli, you know, go watch the kid while the kid is, you know, riding the bicycle, ama you guys can do a walk around the block, get some fresh air. Your house girl is a human being. Unadhani wananga mental, you know, mental health. You think it doesn't apply to them because they are house helps, because wametoka ushago. In fact, those are the people you should be worried more about their mental health, because you are leaving them in your house with all of your property and all of everything that you treasure in this world. They are the ones who are in charge of that. So you have to make sure their mental health is very okay. In our house, we have this, every week we have debriefing sessions, and they're not mechanical as they sound. It's usually just a routine thing. Fridays, we all sit on the couch, because Fridays are the days when my son can stay up late because of school. We sit on the couch, we're like, oh, let's watch a movie, guys. Yeah, which movie should we watch? Yeah. You know, now during that environment, you can see who has tension with who, you know. And I usually tell my house girl, text me. Anything that you think is the issue, text me. And also, you have to also know how to receive criticism. You know, there are times I lose my temper, you know, especially I hate repeating things. Honestly, I hate repeating things. When I say this cup staki kuiona hapa, nikuje nipate kesho hapa, I'm losing my marbles, you know. And sometimes I don't react the right way, and I yell. Oof, I'm a yeller. I yell. Actually, I'm a lecturer. I lecture people. I said this, you know, mnisikizangi kwa hii nyumba. I'm talking. And then after I'm done, my husband comes and tells me, Aki Mama Marvel, you know, ungeniambia tu pole hata bado ningesikia. You know, when you told me this and this, especially when you yelled and you said this, I didn't feel good. Then I tell her, I'm sorry, I did that. But you know, I only did that because of this and this. But I've heard you and I will rekebisha. So next time I don't do that. Also, sometimes I may lose my temper in front of the kid, nianze kumsomea mbele ya mtoto, you know. Then she'll come and tell me, you know, Mama Marvel, you know, you corrected me na sikatai, lakini so ulifanya hata mbele ya mtoto, you know, it's undermining my power and all of that. And I'm like, and yeah, that is true. So actually, I've also learned, like, even with my own kid, when my kid does a mistake and I need to correct that, I'm always like, let's go to my bedroom, or let's go to your bedroom, and I correct him akiwa peke yake, because the thing is to correct, is not to instill shame. I don't want to correct him in front of people. Oh, kwa nini ulifanya? What is wrong with you? Now he's not even listening to what I'm telling him. He's just feeling the shame of all of these people who are witnessing me being scolded. So I'm like, let's go to the bedroom. Everybody, of course, anajua he's in trouble, but they don't know what I'm going to say to him huko. So hata huko nimwambie nini, akitoka is gonna toka with his dignity intact. By the end of the day, my son is still a boy, and a boy is still a man. And you know, men with their fragile egos now. We have to take care of these fragile egos.
Lazima utu nini?
Lazima tu tuwa baby.
Lazima
tuangalie
tupige tackle out of nowhere.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I had a question. What was it?
Ask.
Okay, about the book. Now that umeleta kitabu to the market, you have been going around doing meet the other events and so on. So you have interacted with your readers. You have seen who are buying your book. Yes. What are you seeing?
Actually, it's interesting. My very first 5 customers were men.
Okay.
They were men. And that was very interesting for me because...
Is this the same with your previous books? Also men?
Yeah, actually, I think a lot of men buy my books.
Okay, like
Thank you, men.
I know you have your profile is professional on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can see the percentage of your followers. Is it more men or more women?
No, actually they are like balanced. They're like balanced. Even if there's a difference, the margin is very little.
Okay.
Women, men, all of them, they just engage the same way.
Because I find this strange because when we did the episode last time, maybe 99% of the feedback was from women.
Yeah.
Saying they love you.
Yeah. On social media, men and women.
No, I'm not saying on social media, on the YouTube channel.
Yes, on the YouTube channel, even on Facebook.
I even
on
got
my Facebook.
DMs.
Yeah, even on my Facebook. What were they saying?
Oh, they were just saying, oh, I love her. And so
did they ask for my number?
No, women.
Yes, did they?
They were just saying they loved the episode.
No, none asked for my number.
Why would you want them to
I
ask
don't
for
know,
your
just
number?
to be friends. Were they pretty, the women?
This is a very sass question.
I'm asking.
This is a sass question.
I want to see those DMs.
Huh?
Want to see those ladies. Thank you. Thank you, girlfriends.
Yeah, so I actually thought that from your comments on Facebook, you have more men commenting there.
Yes.
But when we did the episode, I saw women
commenting,
not men.
Yeah, I think it's also the subject. I mean, we were talking about captain and closure, and this is more.
But even then, you told me men bought the book more than women.
Yes, a lot of men bought the book.
And now you are saying the same thing.
The same thing with this.
So
okay, actually, there's been also. I'm saying the very first 5. My very first 5 buyers were all men.
Okay.
But there have been women who have bought the book, you know, like Poetess Farah. Thank you so much. There's been Stone. There's been your friend, what is the name? This name keeps the guy with the very beautiful shoes.
Banacho?
Angana.
Oh, Keith.
Keith, yes, Keith. Keith, I don't know. Keith, jina yake inanipotelea, but all the time I just think of Keith, I think of his shoes. He was wearing these beautiful shoes. The shoes have taken center stage in my brain than anything else.
Which type of shoes? They
were like these rubber shoes, but they were like Ankara something patterned. Very, very beautiful shoes. Yeah. So yeah, there was Keith, there was Tony. Tony had a lot to say about the book.
What did he say?
I'm not even gonna repeat it on camera.
Say one thing.
Alisema ni nzuri, akasema people should buy it because mtu akikunywa, he said that he once had a househelp mwenye alikuwa Muluya alikula sabuni yake.
Wow, okay.
I don't even know if it's a real story.
Vintage Tony.
So I don't even know if it's a real story, but he was asking people, mfanyikazi wako akikula sabuni, can you perform you know, do you know how to perform first aid on them before they come?
What are you supposed to do in this situation, brother?
When they drink soap.
Is it drinking soap or eating soap? You know, those
eating soap.
Eating soap.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe. Eating soap.
Maybe they think it's a block of cake. I don't know. You know, Eddie. Sorry, not
what happens
Eddie.
when that?
Hey, why am I thinking of Eddie? Eddie Ashioya. Let me just say hi. Hi, Eddie. Why am I thinking of Eddie? No, Tony. I think Tony and Eddie, they just go together, right? I mean, they've got both dreadlocks.
Okay.
They're both good writers. Why are you smiling?
Tell us your your type.
My type? I know, my type is my man.
Okay.
My man is my type. Amtanieka kwa your spot, by the way. You know, you're not gonna put me there. You don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like, okay, so let me tell you 3 people that I think are like the same person, but not the same person.
Okay.
Professor Kimani. The one was written
Peter Kimani.
Yeah, Peter Kimani. So Professor Kimani, Eddie Ashioya, and Tony Mochama. Those 3 people,
Professor Kimani is nothing like those guys.
How do you know?
I have seen him. Yeah.
No, when you interact with them, really interact with them like deeply, you realize like they are like the same person in different phases of their lives.
Eddie is also very different from Tony.
That's what I'm saying. They're like the same. Like, have you ever looked at a person
I would say,
and tried to imagine if this person was 40 years old, this is how he would be like?
If you had told me Betty Kilonzo, Tony Mochama, I would say, oh yes. True.
Oh, am I even the same as Tony? I'm not even the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Eddie looks Eddie looks like a younger version of Tony.
No. You are looking at looks.
I'm not saying looks. I'm talking personality.
No,
I'm talking about personality.
They don't have the same personality.
Okay, Eddie looks. Eddie feels like if Tony was introverted, he would be Eddie.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And I feel like when Eddie outgrows his shell, he's gonna become Professor Kimani. Maybe. Like, honestly, first of all, let me tell you.
I don't think he has a shell. First of all.
You don't think he has a shell? It's not particularly a shell. It's more of like a stage. I feel like the bigger he's gonna grow, the more outgoing and confident.
He's already those things.
He is, but not to the level that I'm talking about.
But let me tell you what I was thinking. Character trait.
Are you gonna edit this out? You need to edit this out.
We edit this out.
Takujiwa hapo. I'm already in trouble na watu wameja mwingi.
By who? Nani atakukuzia? No, the dominant character trait.
Yeah.
Of yourself, Tony. Speaking your mind, no matter the consequences. Maybe even wanting the consequences.
No, it's just that.
No, that's why I would say Tony. Tony, Betty Kilonzo.
But I'm in my truest form when Tony is around.
Exactly. You're the same person.
Tony just makes me feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
He makes me feel like, okay, let me tell you. You know, I'm going to say this on camera, and you don't even have to edit this one out. Let me tell you.
What about what you said?
You know, my most favorite memory of Tony. And I know we've got a long life to live, and probably I'll stack up more favorite memories. But this is like, if anything happened to Tony, this is the memory I'll be thinking of, and I'm crying and I'm depressed and everything. This one time Tony and his friends and some of his friends, we were in this club. We were doing just some literature talks and whatnot. And then they had a karaoke night. And I'm just sitting there sipping my wine. I was very new in the Tony sphere, Smita sphere, you know. So I'm just there having my wine and all whatnot, and then Tony leaves the table. Next thing, I see Tony akoko mbele with a microphone, and he was singing. I don't even remember the song he was singing because I wasn't even concentrating on the sound. For some weird, maybe it was the wine, but have you ever looked at a person and it's just him in the room? My vision was just trained on Tony, and everyone disappeared, and Tony was like magnified in some sort of romanticized.
That sounds like falling in love in the movies, eh? It's like Indian music is playing. Yes.
Yeah. No,
that's how you describe it, eh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was the wine, but I was watching him, and it was like singing, and you know the way he likes to do those his things and dancing, holding his glass of vodka there with coke inside, and he was just singing and just singing, and he was singing off key, and he was not caring, and nobody was even paying much attention to him, but I was just like, wow. When I'm Tony's age, I don't even know Tony's age, but I was thinking, when I'm Tony's age, will I be able to enjoy life the way this man enjoys life? Will I be able, Tony in my eyes can do no wrong. Because for me, I've never imagined Tony to, like, even if Tony killed a person right now and told me, Betty killed a person, my first thought would not be, Tony, you're a murderer. I would just be like, oops, Tony, you made a mess. Because for me, Tony's actions are not malicious. His actions are just the same way a toddler would do things. You know how a kid does things because they have done things without any Okay, I'm not saying that he's that simple, but that's how I perceive him.
Okay.
For me, if Tony yelled at me, I wouldn't be thinking that he has been holding a grudge and he just wanted to hurt me. I'll just be thinking he's just reacting to this, the same way a kid would just react to a situation, you know?
Okay.
For me, I feel like Tony's heart is the purest, whitest heart ever.
Okay.
Even when he's doing dark things. Because Tony will come and he will do what he wants when he wants to. Not because there was any premeditated thing about it, but it's because like, okay, so this is what I'm looking, this is the word I'm looking for. Tony is like intrusive thoughts come to life.
That's you as well, right?
I think that's why I love him. Because like, Tony just lives his life, you know? He just lives his life. And I honestly, like that time, he was just singing and I looked at him and I realized, I want to be Tony. I want to be Tony. I don't even know. I don't even know what that means, but I want to be him. I want to, like, if right now an angel came down on earth and told me, when you are old, when you're older, you are old enough like Tony's age, you're going to hold the same spirit and the same attitude towards life like Tony has. Me, I will just sit back and relax and enjoy life. Because so many of us, we have filters, you know? We are so grown up. We are afraid of saying things because like, what will people say? We are afraid of doing things because how am I going to be perceived? Tony is the freest man ever. He's never trying to impress anybody. From the way he dresses for himself. He talks because that is what is in his mind. He eats whatever the heck he wants to eat. He drinks what he wants to drink. Have you ever watched Shameless?
Yeah.
Tony reminds me of Frank.
Frank Gallagher.
You know that Frank was just so full of vices.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, you cannot help but love him. Because Frank is just him. And I think there's very few Tonys in this world. And that's what I was saying. Tony, Professor Kimani, and Eddie. For me, in my mind, they are the same person in different stages of life. Eddie is still very conscious of his actions. Even the way he answers, he sometimes sounds a little bit cryptic. He's very very careful with what he says, how he says it, who he says it to. He's closeted in a way, you know. Professor Kimani.
Pause when you say closeted.
Hey, don't go there.
Use the right word.
No, closeted I mean is like closed in.
Okay.
It doesn't mean
just for clarity.
I'm not saying maybe.
In case somebody.
I don't know his sexuality.
In case somebody clips, he cuts that clip. Is like.
I don't know his sexuality, so I also don't know. Maybe that way too. I don't know. How would I know? Intrusive
thoughts. Again.
Professor Kimani though, he's free and he's gotten into that mature place where he feels like
Fuck it.
I can say whatever I want to say, my thoughts matter and all of that, and nani atanichapa, but he still has a little bit of things to hide. He has got a little bit of secrets. You can see them. You can feel them. He's still a human being. He's still very much a human adult.
Okay.
But Tony has gone into the full cycle. Tony has realized that you guys can do nothing. You can do nothing. Tony lives his life. So these are like three phases.
He's Andrew Kibe.
I don't even talk about Kibe right now.
What do you think of Andrew?
Why would you bring Kibe on this beautiful table?
I think he's the same sort of character as well. Unfiltered.
Kibe has got his audience. Okay.
You think he's pretending?
It's not about pretending.
Like, I think that's him. Like, those are his thoughts. That's how he views the world.
But you see, now Kibe
and he also knows that it's funny.
Yes, it is funny, and Kibe is awesome. Everybody loves him, especially the toxic masculine men, but that's okay. Let's leave that at that. But this is the thing. Kibe has got a personality, a social media personality, that which makes him Kibe. You see how you read Kibe's book? I'm gonna say it in front of people. You read Kibe's book and you said you didn't feel the Kibe-ness in it.
I haven't read it. I just perused it carefully.
You perused it and you already felt like you were not feeling the Kibe-ness in it.
Maybe.
You know what that is? You are not feeling that social media personality. That is what you are looking for. Kibe has got a personality. And for as long as you've got that personality, especially a social media personality that has been curated by people perceiving you in a certain way, then there's no way you're authentic.
No, it's you know, it's rare to be who you are when you write, to be the same as who you are when you speak.
Here's the thing. If you've got a social media personality, you cannot have a social media personality and still be authentic. Because a social media personality is something that you curate, you model through a repeated series of the same genre or topics or things. But human beings are not like that. Human beings are not one thing that is just being molded together until people finally, every time somebody says Eric, and you know, like this, finish the words, you know, bookworm, TikTok, you know, that. So you say, Kibe, whip. Kibe, masculinity. Kibe, this, you know.
Betty.
Yeah, Betty what?
Captain.
Seriously, my personality is... Oh my goodness. No. Yeah, you see, so that is not how a human being is. A human being is unpredictable. A human being is, 1 minute you're sitting on a table, we are talking about literature. The other minute you're telling us about Russian people. The other minute you're talking about vodka. The other minute you are on the stage singing off key to a song. And people will say I'm romanticizing Tony. But for me, Tony is like a full human. And I love people who are human. Tony is just messy. Even look at his social media trackings, you know. You will find him into scandals pale na pale. 1 minute he has got this view over this. He has got another view over that. And he's not even afraid to contradict himself. 1 minute he will be saying this and this and this. Next minute he will be saying this and this and this. The other minute he will be saying this and this and this. He does not have an image to live up to. The only image Tony has is that Tony is Tony Mochama. Smith. You can't help but be smitten by Tony. So, Kibe, you cannot put Kibe and Tony on the same table. Okay.
What about you and Tony?
What about me and Tony?
Do you view yourself in the same light? Do you think you're a full human?
I want to be like Tony.
You are not yet
I have not always been a full human. I have had moments when I want to act a certain way,
really?
You know. Yeah, of course. All of us, we have had that. I've got the Betty in the house, I've got the Betty on social media, I've got the Betty in the streets, I've got
Do
the
you have
Betty.
a social media personality, a persona?
Yes, I do have a persona on social media.
Really? That's
Yes.
not the real you?
It is part of the real me, it's not the full me.
You know, the Betty I see on social media is somebody who likes to make people get worked up and start speaking about things.
Yes,
you are a provocateur.
Yeah, people need to be. People need.
It's the same Betty I've met in real life.
Yes, that's also me. But I'm not. I'm saying that that's just a portion of me. I'm not a fully. That's not fully who I am. You see, because you've never met Betty the wife.
You see now, Betty.
You've never met Betty the mom. Actually, let me tell you, Nzioka. You know Nzioka the writer.
Yes.
Nzioka, one time we were hanging out with Nzioka, we were having drinks and stuff. And then Nzioka out of the blue says, Betty, you're such a mom. Because when the drinks come, I noticed that his glass was not on the tissue. So I get the tissue and I place the tissue for him. And then, you know, I'm always checking like if it's getting cold, I'm like making, you know, when I get tipsy, I get into my mom mode and caring mode. I like to make people comfortable. Like I love serving people when I'm tipsy. Like I just wanna please you and make sure you're comfortable and make sure you're okay. So I'm the kind of person who will be like worrying about, have you eaten? How are you getting home? Do you have enough fare? Should I get you an Uber? If it's too late, you can sleep at my place. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, are you okay right now? You know, if you're sad, do you need someone to talk to? Come, let me hug you. That's drunk me. So when Nzioka saw that side of me, when he was used to the Betty who is like, men and shit, man and shit. And then here I am just like fixing his cap for him, making sure he's okay, making sure like when he places his sweater somewhere, I'm making sure that sweater, nobody's stealing the sweater. You know, when he wants to go to the washroom, I'm like, I'm gonna watch the drink for you. When he comes back, I'm rubbing his hand. I'm like, are you okay? How's the day been? You know, how are you okay mentally? How are you feeling? You know,
how was the washroom?
How was the washroom? Who did you talk to? All of that, yeah. So when he saw that version of me, he was like, wow, you're such a mom, you know? Even when you are eating, I'm like, I'm noticing you're not eating. You know, are you shy? Eat up, eat some more.
That's interesting.
You know, sometimes I can even be so touchy.
That's interesting because whenever I read your mom posts, because sometimes you do posts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't reconcile this Betty with the one
That's
I see in these other...
Human beings are complex people.
It's like you code switch.
I've allowed myself to embrace, because let me tell you, before I hung out with Tony, and thank you so much, Tony Mochama. Honestly, I love that man. Tony has helped me get in touch with my real, true nature, and not just be in touch with it, but also to love it. Before Tony, or before I got to this stage in life where I am right now, I used to feel like a fraud. Because I used to wonder, how could I feel so strongly about one thing and then feel strongly about an opposite thing? How can I be such a tomboy and still be so feminine? How can I be this and this? How can I be all of these things? Like, it's not possible. As a human being, I'm supposed to have one clear personality that is this and this and this. Until at one point when I was in high school, I used to think I've got BPD, you know, borderline personality disorder. And I grew up...
That's the one with the multiple personalities?
Yeah.
Or that's something
like
different?
Where you're switching.
Dissociative disorder.
Yeah, like multiple personalities. I used to think I've got... Even when you read Closure, you realize that there's Black Stattles and there's Betty. I have given them distinct personalities.
Black Stattles?
Yeah, there's Black Stattles.
Is a personality?
Yeah, it's a personality.
Okay.
So like I've given Black Stattles her own personality and Betty her own personality. And when you read those letters, the ones written by Black Stattles, they sound different. And the ones written by Betty, they sound different. The ones written by Betty are sobby, and they are in love, and they are begging captain, and they are weak, and they are just like, you know, vulnerable. But the ones written by Black Stattles are like, listen, we love you, but we're going to cut you off. We are going to work this shit out. We are not going to be always crying over you. We are going to work this thing off, you know. And even when the letter ends, it's like, you know, you might have rejected Betty, but I'm going to pick her off the ground, and I'm going to make sure that she's okay. And those are all people inside me. That is all me. When I'm going through something heavy, I look at myself in the mirror and I talk to me like I'm talking to someone else. And I tell myself, you're gonna be just fine. And I tell myself, you're strong, you're beautiful, you shouldn't doubt yourself. And I talk to myself in the mirror all the time, you know? So I am still Betty, the one in the club that is twerking on top of a table. One time I tried body surfing and I lost my Crocs. I went and found it on top of the table ya DJ na huko. Sijui hata ilifika aje huko. That is a version of Betty. I'm still the Betty.
You did body surfing. Somebody stole your Crocs.
No, they were body surfing me.
That's what I'm saying.
They were spinning me around my Crocs. Zika fly off. So I don't know. Nilienda kuipata kwa DJ na huko. So that's me. Same Betty is the same Betty that you will find me, you know, cleaning up my son's wound and talking to him and telling him, you know, this and this. Same Betty ndio pia utanipata disciplinarian. Being there like, why did you yell at another kid? Is that how we do things here? Same Betty is the same Betty that you'll find with my man, and I'm there like, oh baby, you know, like, I just wanted to go get my nails done. No, you know, all that. And when he's mad, I'm like, Aki papi, don't be so mad. You know, I'm sorry, all of that. My man is going to say it's a lie. My man is going to say it's a lie. But, you know, it's the same Betty, you know. Same Betty is the one who's going to be on Facebook being like, as a woman, you must not accept this. And it's true, you must not accept. And I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's the truth. As a woman, stand for yourself, stand for your rights, stand for what you're worth. Same Betty is the same Betty who will be calling her friends and being like, Aki amenifanya na mimi hata sitaimrudia tena. Same Betty ndio atamrudia. You know? Same Betty is the one who is like, oh, Tony is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Same Betty ndio ameblock Tony kwa simu yake. One time we had a fight with Tony. we blocked each other. And then we met at an event, and I was so nervous because I was like, what? The way we fought on the phone, I don't know if we are going to be able to reconcile. And then when he saw me, immediately was like, my Betsky! And we were hugging and everything, and then we were just laughing over the fight and everything, and hiyo ikaisha hivyo. You know, so Betty is all of these things.
I have some comments from your fans.
Yeah.
I put up a picture of you at the beginning of this episode.
Oh, okay.
And I told people to share any questions if they have them for you, because we need to wind up.
Yeah.
Okay, there's somebody who's asking if you are taken.
I am taken. I'm engaged. You know, my ring.
To find your short answers.
No, hold on. I have to speak about the engagement.
Yes.
My ring, a beautiful diamond, real diamond actually, that I've been posting and just flexing all over the social media. Do you know the diamond studs that usually are on the side before the big stone? One of the two of them on the side and the side, zilipotea when I was at Naivasha. I think they got lost at the geothermal. I cried so hard. So the ring has gone back to the jeweler so they can fix it. Okay. But don't worry, the ring is insured. So all right. That's what I am very taken.
That's what Chengo Tieno. Shiko, Empress Shiko, has said, utuambie the identity of Captain.
Hey, you'll have to strangle me. No, I cannot. Captain is captain. Captain, let me tell you who Captain is. Captain is, if you're a woman and you've ever loved a guy so deeply, and it was unrequited love, and you were taken through the ringer. You know that one guy, mwenye anapiganga character development, hadi unatoka hapo you are a changed human being. That is Captain. That is Captain, and every woman has got their Captain. Hata najua Empress akona Captain wake. Ya tuambie.
Kuna mtu amesema wewe ni toxic feminist.
Who is that? Read their name and find their address.
Anaitwa Oliver.
Nilijua tu Oliver. That Oliver is from my page. Oliver is a hater. Oliver, you are a hater. But let me tell you something. You see these guys who usually come to my page kuniongelelea vibaya, siju kusema oh Betty nini. I came to realize they're just in love with me. They're in love with me. They are so in love with me, but then they are confused because they don't know kama wakinikatia kama nitaingia box. So the love turns into frustration, and then they give the frustration off in forms of giving comments like this. Oliver, I love you too.
Jacob Musali amesema the drama queen.
Oh. Am I the drama? Am I the drama, or does the drama love me?
Yes.
Kuna
mtu anauliza who is she?
I'm Betty Kilonzo, Black Star Tales.
Betty, another Betty is asking, is this Betty Kilonzo? This is Betty Fma. Kuna mtu ameniambia, is it possible that you could start by introducing her? From the picture, it is definitely her. Sijaandika jina. I assumed everybody knows you.
Thank you.
So then there is Senator, anasema, what's her thought on how boy child can be empowered? Does she subscribe to the thinking that human beings are not equal? We are tailored differently.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna make this very short. Actually, you'll be surprised. Before you are a man and before you are a woman, you are first a human.
All right.
Empower your human. Our private parts don't matter. Our private parts do not matter.
Gender is not about sex. Gender is about expectations of the society. You know that? Think
again.
No, gender. When you say, I'm saying private parts is sex. Gender is the norms of society. When it's, you said earlier, until you were in high school, you didn't know you were a girl. You see, you were a girl, sex, but gender is something you developed when you, it's society.
I was a human all through until I finally realized, oh, I'm supposed to be a woman like this.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
But you're going beyond my point. My point is simple. Before you are a man or a woman, you're first a human. And all of these things that we keep fighting about actually have got nothing to do with our gender or our sexuality. They have got everything to do with us as a human being. Name one thing that is specifically tailored for just men.
One thing.
Just one thing. Do not mention any biological features in it. Don't mention about penis. Don't mention about testosterone, whatever, or hormones. No, anything to do with biology, don't do. Just mention any other thing that is specifically tailored for men and is only unique to men that has nothing to do with their biological composition. I will wait.
Like I said.
No, give me an example.
You see, that's what I said. Sex is not the same as gender. It's just the society's expectations. Basically, before the society's expectations,
forgive my language,
you are human.
But fuck the society. And I said fuck.
Yes.
Fuck the society.
Fuck the society.
Fuck the society. Because we are the ones who are creating the society. We need to have a renewal of our mind as a society. You say, oh, men are providers. So let me ask you. So a man being a provider, does that mean that a woman cannot absolutely provide? How many women are providers? So many. I am a provider in my own home, right? Does that make me less of a woman?
No.
So if my husband tomorrow doesn't have a job and I have to provide in the house and I have to, be the one who is taking care of a couple of things, does that make him less of a man?
No.
All of this fight is because of ego. Let's check our egos, people. And before you are a man or before you are a woman, you're first a human being. And most of us, we do not make a decent human being. We don't make decent human beings. Like the other day, I did a post about after Mike Sonko incident, GBV thing, and men, let us end GBV. And GBV is not just about women getting beaten. I had a neighbor who was a guy. He used to get beaten really badly. He used to slice himself, and that thing really affected me. GBV is gender-based violence. You beating another person, be it a man, be it a woman. So right now, if a woman wakes up and starts hitting her husband, it's not about a woman hitting a man. It's about this human being is being a terrible human being. And they are abusing another human being.
Okay.
And no human being deserves that. No human being deserves to be abused. No human being deserves to be raped, sexually assaulted. No human being deserves to be made to feel like they're shit. Every human being deserves kindness, deserves love, deserves respect. Men are like, oh, we men are biologically equipped to just be respected. Show me one DNA that says in your body, this DNA, if it is not given respect, it's gonna die in your body. This enzyme. There's none. It's all about ego.
Let me read the last one. What's his name? CK Njogona. Fine as fuck.
I agree with you, CK. I do. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Betty.
Thank you too.
Yes. Tell us something final. Yes.
About this book.
About the book, where people can buy it.
Yeah. Yes. So this book, Househelp Manual, a very small book. It has got illustrations. It has got life skills. It has got first aid, firefighting. It has got, childcare. It has got house management, all of that. This is what you need for you to have the structure that you're looking for in your house. And like we said, making your life easy is part of self-love. This book is available at ikitabu.com. It is available at Kibanga Bookshop. It is available at Nuria Bookshop, which Nuria is the Kenya's leading bookshop in Kenyan authors, right? Yes. So Nuria Bookshop, it is available at Prestige. It is available at half-priced books. And very soon it's also going to be available at TBC. So literally all of Kenya's leading bookshops, they have got this book, and it's only 500 shillings. 500 shillings, and you're going to get the structure, the piece that you've been looking for. Mama, do not say, oh, you're so tired, you're exhausted. This is the piece you're looking for. As a husband, you need to get this book. Go present it to your woman. Go present it to your house help. Let these women rest. You cannot be asking for sex from a tired woman, by the way. Men think it doesn't involve me. It does. You're absolutely affected by this book. A well-rested woman is a happy woman. So, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Betty.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Always a roller coaster.
Hey. Hey.
Like you said, it's different
Yeah.
Bettys.
It's
So
different.
we've seen the different Bettys. Corporate Betty at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the literature Betty.
Literature Betty.
All these other things.
All
House manager Betty.
House manager
You said
Betty.
you're the house manager.
I am the house manager. Yes.
We've seen the management skills.
Yeah, you need to delegate, you know, you need to let people do their thing, you know.
So.
Yeah.
So there you have it. These was Conversations in Literature. I was your host today, Eric Rogara. You may call me Miyamoto Muswahili. This was Betty Kilonzo, episode 42, I believe. Do not, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel, the Roaring Simba Network. Conversations in Literature is sponsored by Nairobi Academic Press.